Hi boys and girls, Namaste. Welcome to virtual class number 12. Today, we're going to continue our talk about peace, restoration, and consciousness. But it's going to feel a little different today because we're going to include more parts of our body. One of the greatest ways to find peace and calm inside of you is to breathe. Breathing is essential to living. We must breathe at all times. Even when we're asleep, our body knows to breathe. And so, our practice today requires movement, and these movements are known as poses. And these poses help your body sort of stretch and move and stay and basically become a shape or a movement, and all of these things are known as yoga. Yoga is a practice of exercise and meditation. It's how the mind and the body can work together and succeed in creating a well-developed physique and a well-developed mind. And so I have a book here that's called Babar's Yogas for Elephant. And yoga is a very popular trend in exercise. People have been doing it for thousands of years, but it's become very popular as of late in the United States and here in Houston. You'll see yoga studios and you'll see videos on YouTube, and today you're going to see Mr. Ramirez show you a little bit about yoga with a book and with a couple of exercises for mindful kids. And so welcome to my yoga studio. I am not an expert in yoga by any means, but I do appreciate its value, and I have taken several classes and I have been part of several instructional type seminars on the practice of yoga and stretching, and I use it a lot in my exercise routine because I think that being flexible is just as important as being strong. And so a lot of ways yoga helps you prevent injury, and it helps your body stay nice and tall and limber. And so yoga is a great way to take care of your body, but it's also a great way to take care of your mind, because while you're in these yoga poses, your mind is either clear or thinking happy thoughts. Your mind is basically the gateway to better health, and so you have to breathe while you're doing the poses and stuff. So here I'm in a standard Buddha pose, which basically means that my legs are crossed in front of me, my hands are right here in front, and my back is straight. While I begin here, I encourage you to do the same. Go ahead and have a seat, cross your legs. As you can see, I have a yoga mat that I bought at a store here in Houston, very inexpensive at Ross or Marshall's. It's great to have one just to sit, to watch TV, but it's really great to do yoga with. So as I sit in this crisscross applesauce stance, I'm going to start with deep breaths. Let's all begin with that. So our back is straight, our neck is straight. We are both posturally tall. The word posture is very important to yoga, and it means the position of a person or an animal's body. Okay? To have excellent posture means that you stand up straight, your shoulders are back, not hunched over. Mr. Ramirez does this a lot sometimes when he gets tired or he's just not feeling well. So when I'm standing straight and tall, it means that I am confident, that I feel great. Okay? So posture is very important in yoga. So let's all begin with a deep breath, and we're going to hold for 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Hold. 3, 1, breathe out. Let's keep that pace in our breathing. Very good. Keep breathing as I explain how we're beginning to move our body in a way that we are going to stretch like Babar in his book. We're going to begin by turning our bodies. Our legs are straight. I'm going to take off my sandals. Keeping our legs straight and our back straight. Our toes are pointed upward. You can point them towards the other direction. You can point them up right now. We're going to reach forward. And we're going to hold for just a few seconds. And then we're going to go for a deeper reach. We're going to reach for our toes. Can you touch your toes? Right here, hold and breathe. Very important that you breathe as you're holding on to your toes. Do not hold your breath ever. Very good. We usually hold our yoga poses from anywhere 20 seconds, 30 seconds, sometimes longer if you really want to get a good stretch. But always remember to breathe. Very good. Next, I'm going to release my toes and I'm going to bring my feet sole to sole. Right here, this is a great athletic stretch before you go running or before you do any kind of exercise. It's a great stretch to begin. Right here, I'm holding on to my ankles. My back is straight. My knees are getting close to the ground, and I'm breathing. Very good. Remember to breathe. Hold your pose and clear your mind. Very good. Just 10 more seconds. And release. Very good. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put my feet on the floor, firmly down. I'm going to put my hands behind me, and I'm now going to raise my hip up into a bridge. I'm going to be as straight as a table. And as I'm holding this position here, I am breathing. Two more. Last one. And down. Very good. Now, I'm going to lay my legs out and I'm going to lay my back on the floor. Now I am resting in a laying down position. This is called the corpse pose. The corpse is just a body without life. And so by that, you just relax your fingers and your toes and your knees and your elbows and let your shoulders drop to the ground and breathe. Notice the rise and fall of my belly. When I breathe in, it becomes full. And when I breathe out, it goes down. Feel your lungs and your belly rise with each breath in and fall with each breath out. Very good. Next, we're going to bring our knees up towards our chest. And we're going to hold this pose right here. I like to call this one the give yourself a hug pose, especially once we go a little deeper and we bring our arms around to grasp each other and bring those knees up close to your chest. And breathe. One of my favorite poses coming up is kind of silly, and it's really fun to do. Keep breathing as we prepare for our next pose, which is called the happy baby. So the happy baby is this. We open up our legs, we're going to grab our feet, and we're going to stretch them out straight, like this. And open up those thighs, and hold this position here as you breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. A few more. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Good. Let's bring those legs together like this. We're going to hold here for just a second. And this next pose, I'm going to move down so you can see, is another really fun pose. I'm going to rock myself over, pushing up with my arms to where my legs come over my head and they can touch the floor. Remember, this is one that you cannot hold your breath with. Be very careful not to strain your neck or your back, but just breathe as you hold. Maybe you're really flexible, and this next move is one that takes a little bit of balancing. I'm going to place my arms on my back like this, and I'm going to straighten out my legs so that I can become as straight as a tower. And breathe. As I begin to move out of this pose, I'm going to let my legs come back down slowly. I'm going to rock towards the front. Very good. At this point here, I'm going to turn around and lay on all fours just like this. My shoulders are above my hands and my hips are above my knees. In this pose, called the cat pose, we're going to arch our back like a cat, just like that, and breathe. And then I'm going to release my spine and go the other direction, and this is called the cow. Imagine you have heavy udders that are pulling towards the ground, and your back is arched, and breathe. Breathe. Very good. From this pose, I'm going to drop my feet to where they're straight on the floor. I'm going to bring my hips back and place my hands straight as my forehead touches the floor, and my arms are straight and between my shoulders. This is called the child's pose. Breathe. A great pose for starting your day. It allows your back and your shoulders to realign. And it allows your hips and your knees to get a little bit of a stretch. Next, we're going to flow into our next movement where I basically come back up, keeping my hands in place, but bringing my hips forward and keeping my head up high. I call this the cobra pose because it kind of reminds me of a cobra with its head up. And again, a great stretch for your lower back and spine. Breathe. Breathe. And breathe. Our next pose is going to require us to come back up, and we're going to place our toes down on the floor, And our hands, again, back in this position where our shoulders are above our hands and our hips are above our knees. At this point, I'm going to bring my hips up, bring my heels to the ground, straighten my legs, straighten my arms, and then put my head back between my shoulders. This is called the downward dog. My dog Jerry does this every time he wakes up from a nap. It's really cute, but it's a great stretch. It helps with circulation, and it just feels really good on the back of the calves and the thighs. Breathe. Breathe. Good. Now we're going to walk our feet towards our hands very slowly by keeping our hands on the floor. As you can tell, Mr. Ramirez does this a lot because he's very flexible, and touching the floor is not easy for a lot of people my age. But flexibility takes practice and patience. This next pose we're going to do is we're going to place our hands behind our calves or our knees, and we're just going to rest here, letting our spine fall and relax, and pulling ourselves towards our knees. Another great stretch for your hamstrings. We carry a lot of tension right here, so we always got to make sure that our hamstrings are nice and stretched. And breathe. Very good. And breathe. Excellent. Now, we're going to bring our bodies up by slowly brushing our hands up our feet. Slow is key. Letting our spine uncurl one vertebrae at a time. And then we bring our head up and our hands together. I'm going to face you now. Now we're going to come into one of my favorite poses, which is called the tree pose. This requires some balance. I'm going to place my foot out and bring my foot in and rest it right towards my knee. I'm going to hold this pose and breathe. This is called the tree pose, and it's great to imagine that you're a strong tree, and the foot that's on the floor are your roots, and basically you are grounded by those roots. Now we're going to take our tree and we're going to bloom as we grow and grow and grow and grow, and now we're going to spread out our branches. Remember to keep breathing. Our branches are beautiful and green. Very good. And now we're going to bring our branches back up, up, up. Hold here, and we're going to bring it down along with our foot. And now we're going to stand with 2 feet on the ground. Now we're going to do the other side, because what's good for one side is great for the other. We're going to bring our other foot up onto our knee, plant those roots, and bloom. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. I become a little wobbly sometimes, but I try my best to hold my balance in our pose. And breathe. I'm going to bring my foot down to the ground. And now I'm going to just stand with my eyes closed and listen to the quiet or to the relaxing music, and I'm going to let my brain just rest. I'm
I'm going to shoo off all of my worries and all of my concerns. And during this time, all I feel and all I think is peace, calm, and relaxation. Let's take a deep breath in as we raise our hands up. And breathe out as our arms come out to the sides. And with you, I bow and tell you, Namaste. Thank you for joining me today in our yoga class that we've done before in Peace Camp. Yoga is a great way to keep our bodies nice, long, stretched, and feeling great. But it's also beautiful and great for your mind as it allows you to forget your worries, to let your cares go away and find your peace inside of you. I thank you for coming today. Hope you enjoyed virtual class number 12. Mr. Ramirez loves you and sends you much peace, love, and everything else you need. Have a great day.